This is seen in the world of hip-hop too, where in seconds, the industry can churn on a dime and generate a sea of chaos from one small choice. All this to say, rap's greatest beef in the 21st century, that between Kendrick Lamar and Drake, can be traced back to nothing more than a little dispute, which we'll be talking about today. My name is Louaista, and this is how one tiny mistake started raps.
Wait. You might just be on to something, bruh. You might just be on to something when we talk the butterfly effect.
See, this is
I remember that Vibe magazine.
Pharrell and the Clips were pioneers in the brand's popularization. So they took Wayne's move as disrespect and began sending subliminals, like this push-up verse on Mic Check.
4 years later, admiring the shoes. Baby, you're late, we call you Tokyo buffoon.
Oh my God.
Found on the track Mr. Me Too, the lead single from Clips' second record.
See, I knew it, bro. See, that's crazy. I remember that Vibe. That's what I'm saying. I didn't know Wayne them did that subliminally. Don't tell me Drake stood on business for Lil Wayne and them and started going that Pusha. And then Pusha firing back. Oh man, what the fuck? If you've been here for quite some time now and we talk, hip hop, some of the longest and extensive back and forths, and some might say beefs. I hate to say the word beef. Beef is when blood is shed from a lot of the altercations that go on behind the scenes and in front of the lenses and whatnot. This is not really the case.
Pusha's ties to another Star Trek boy that would fuel Kendrick's desire to take down Drake once
for real.
And for all. Although he still had no love for Cash.
Pharrell, everybody know Pharrell and Kendrick had a little, you know what I mean? They had a little bond, bro. They always respected each other's craft. We got paperwork dealings. We got money not being, distributed. We just got a back and forth with, two legends. Iconic figures we got in hip-hop today, and Lil Wayne and Pusha T. And louaista, he does a pretty good job at breaking down a lot of these altercations that go on in hip-hop. He's basically about to go into how the Drake and Kendrick back and forth is somewhat stemmed from the origins of the Neptunes and the Clips back and forth with Cash Money, Lil Wayne and Birdman. What happened to that? That's what I'm saying.
The excitement lasted for fans. Some financial shadiness surfaced when Stunna didn't pay Skateboard P for the iconic beat.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Decades.
There was a non-payment.
Everybody know about this.
Look back, Pharrell never worked with a Cash Money.
His videos be so logical and be so methodical and thoroughly broken down to where you understand exactly what's going on if you a lover and follower of hip-hop. I'm liking where he going with this, because if you know, the back and forth with these guys, bro, when it came to that Neptune record and them giving that to Lil Wayne and them, what happened to that boy? What happened to that boy? So we put a, you know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. They had a dispute over royalties and all of that. So they saying it stemmed from that. Like, this is crazy. I can't wait to hear what he got to say about all of this. Let's get to it. Without further ado, louaista, who's an enthusiast, who's a journalist when it comes to this art form. He do a hell of a job. My guy, it is right back on you. Now if you try to do one, I'ma do two. Whoa. Crazy. Yeah, if you try to do three, I'ma do four. Maybe even more. I go by the name of P.O.L.O.
Yeah. Cash Money Records and the Neptunes' Star Trek dominated the early 2000s.
That's a fact.
Some of the most exciting artists
That's a fact.
in the world. In the case of Birdman's New Orleans-based organization,
even
millions of records.
Y'all remember MTV Cribs? Birdman and them boys. Remember the PT Cruisers? The limousine style PT Cruisers? Them shit's great. Birdman them, I ain't gonna lie. Boy, them little lady, they was making all the money in the world that ever's been printed up back in the day. Cash Money. Early 2000 boys had shit on smash. That's a fact. What happened to that? That's what I'm
The more the
saying.
excitement lasted for fans, some financial shadiness surfaced when Stunna didn't pay Skateboard P for the iconic beat.
That's what
spurring
I'm
a label
saying,
beef that would
bro.
last decades.
There was a non-payment at
Everybody
this point.
know about
And if you
this.
Look back, Pharrell never worked with a Cash Money artist after this moment.
There's never been a Drake Pharrell collab in any way, huh?
I couldn't find one unless I
Oh
missed
man,
In light of the song,
this is good. This is good.
Our local news
Yep, this
keeps
is
us
good.
informed when others won't. But
See,
it's
I told you,
under
bro
siege
gonna
from
have
big
everything.
out-of-state
He gonna
media.
have the absolute
of the
facts
song's
to
effect
every
on
single
today's
video
events,
that he
fans
put
wonder
up
if
because
Birdman
it's
could have
documented.
prevented
All of it
history
is
by simply
documented.
cutting- After Birdman refused to pay up, it drove a wedge between Pharrell's camp and Cash Money, one that stretched far beyond music. Even when Pharrell moved into the fashion industry with his Billionaire Boys Club, Weezy was unable to get a care package and was even ignored when his request went directly to P.
I'm told behind the scenes, Lil Wayne used
Lil
to
Wayne
ask
wanted
for
to rock the-
Billionaire Boys
he
Club
wanted to rock the gear and they
was
wouldn't
told
give it up
no,
to him?
and went and wore it in a video anyway, and they was like, yo, we told you basically
Not to wear. See,
So
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. But Pharrell and them was big on like, you know, the bathing ape shit too. And Lil Wayne was notoriously known for rocking babes. Like, I'm trying to figure, hold up. I'm kind of confused now. I'm kind of confused. But why Wayne just didn't buy it? Like, I don't understand. And why the fuck didn't Birdman just pay for the beat? And that's one thing I don't like about our culture, man. Like, they feel like because we cool, we buddy, we family. You know, the family shit. I mean, you get on, family come out of the woodworks. Just my cousin, they come out of the woodworks when you get on and you start getting money. Everybody and their mama family. But they want the discount. They don't want to pay for shit. And they making all this money and didn't want to pay for the record. That's crazy to me. And I'm not surprised that Pharrell didn't want to work with them anymore. Who would have wanted to? I don't know, man. I'm a firm believer. And if my homie is starting a business, you know, he got these endeavors that he's been working on and things are starting to come to fruition, I'm going to pay. I'm going to support. I'm going to be that guy to help out my buddy who's been starting it, who put a plan together on paper and it's working out the way he's planned it and executed. I'm going to be the guy to support. That's me. Let me find out this shit is stemming from homie not wanting to pay for the beat for real, for real. Oh, yeah. We got something here. We got something here.
You see, this is
I remember that Vibe
because
magazine.
Pharrell and the Clips were pioneers in the brand's popularization. So they took Wayne's move as disrespect and began sending subliminals like this push-a-verse on Mic Check.
4 years later, admiring the shoes. Baby, you're late. We call you Tokyo buffoon.
Oh
The major
my
escalation is
God.
found on the track Mr. Me Too, the lead single from Clips' second record.
See, I knew it, bro. See,
Fury.
that's crazy. I
Accused
remember
Weezy
that
and the
Vibe,
Cash
man. That's what
Money
I'm
crew of
saying.
jacking
I
their
didn't know
style.
Wayne them did that subliminally.
In a
Wayne went on.
he claimed that the Star Trek boys needed What Happened to That Boy to make a name for themselves and demanded that Babe wasn't cool until he wore it. Pretty bold stuff.
Wow.
This public response cemented the disdain between the two rap crews, who'd forever be at
Hey, yo,
odds.
so-
But Pusha's brother Mal.
Wayne not wrong? Wayne not wrong? Y'all mean to tell me y'all wasn't rocking bass because of Wayne? Let's be honest here. We all what? We, you know what I mean? We you know, everybody here, we a little bit over. I mean, a lot of us is over the age of 30. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of us is over the age of 30. We wasn't rocking babes like that because of Wayne. It wasn't because of no motherfucking Clips. Let's be real. I get Soulja Boy credit too. I ain't gonna lie. Soulja Boy was always in some babes and all that. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. With the little joints with the star on it and all that. The Air Force Ones and shit. Like, oh no. But it was Wayne. They was going at Wayne them neck like that crazy. Like that's pause. That's pause. But you get what I'm trying to say. Wayne, like y'all needed us on the What Happened to That Boy record to get lit like that.
Bag with the Clips.
Currency said that shit
Pusha
was a
T
misunderstanding.
Was all pissed at him for Babe, and it's like I showed the homie Babe. He didn't take that from y'all. I was like, yo. He thought I had Converse on in the studio.
Oh.
On the computer what they were. Then he proceeded to flex a little
See?
wallet
See?
and buy the whole website on me. But
And he bought the whole. See, that's what I'm saying.
Unfortunately, platforms like Say Cheap.
I was just thinking that. Like, why Wayne wouldn't just support and buy that shit? Like, that ain't about nothing. Just buy it and support it if you fucking. But see, Currency said I showed Wayne that. They didn't have nothing to do with that. I showed Wayne, and Wayne thought I was in some Converse. So Wayne was like, yo, put me on. He said Buddy showed him the website, and he purchased the whole website. That's crazy. See, that's thorough. See, that's the type of shit I thought they would have did up front, at least with the beat and all of that. Like, this wouldn't even got here. And when is he gonna get to Drake and Kendrick? I need to know how that got in the midst of all of this. Like, I'm interested in seeing how he put that shit together and how all of it correlates. That's crazy.
To pretend he was Pusha T.
Here we go.
One day I was looking for like autograph stuff from Clips because I was like a really, really big Clips fan.
That's a known fact. Drake was a big Clip fan. This is facts. We know this already.
Pusha T used during the show. It was like plastic, but it had
about the autograph mic and all of that. We know all of this.
I was doing interviews on the red carpet and perform all the Clip songs in my basement with the mic. At the time, it meant the world to me.
Our boy was a fanboy.
Despite the new label, his bad blood with Cash Money hadn't gone anywhere. This
right.
fuels his return on the track Don't Fuck With Me, where he jacked the beat from Drake's Dreams Money Can Buy and took some clear shot at Cash Money's newest stars.
Rappers on these sophomores acting like they boss lords. Fame such a funny thing for sure.
Yeah.
Start believing all them encores.
Come on.
At the time, Drake started to take Pusha's advice.
We might have to go back. We might have to go and listen to that record. Dreams Money Can Buy. We heard that record with Drake on it, but I ain't never heard Pusha T on that. Pusha T sound like he was on there wrecking shit. I might have to go listen to that. That's a fire record right there. I ain't gonna lie. Damn, so Drake started... don't tell me Drake stood on business for Lil Wayne and them and started going that Pusha. And then Pusha firing back. Oh, man, what the fuck is this?
And soon after, he followed this
very
with
direct.
a song called Goalish. A diss track
very
that started
direct.
with the same
Wayne,
line, but Pusha T
Wayne done with all the back and forth, the subliminals.
When you heard, what was your opinion?
Wayne done.
That was horrible. It was horrible. It was trash. It wasn't trash.
Hey, them boys, them boys ain't playing no more games, bro. They saying names and all that now. You see how this shit go from 0 to 100? The bullet you wasn't meant for.
Of course,
Drake.
Drake merited a response from Push on the track
But Pusha,
where he let Drake know that his issues with Wayne came first, but that he'd happily take on anyone associated with the label.
see, that's what I'm saying, man. Title, come on.
Would have the last laugh here.
This beef, bruh. I can't believe Drake tried to inherit the beef. And for Red, come on. This month, he told you he know everything, bruh.
But it came from Quentin.
To the T.
Drake pulled up Meet the Grams.
That's when Drake,
freestyle,
the Duppy
freestyle.
freestyle.
Kanye had employed his services for ghostwriting during the Wyoming album stretch.
The Duppy freestyle was crazy.
Out and get it
for me,
what
facts.
most people don't know is that this included Pusha's own Daytona album, but we'll never know if Drake actually wrote that. Regardless, he had plenty of words for Push, but Drizzy may have crossed the line where he brought family into the mix. Upon mention of Push's fiancée, Virginia Williams, T was free to get the gloves off. Somehow, Drake never learned his lesson here, and as we've seen in his beef with Kendrick, when you bring family into the mix,
yeah, man,
for things to get messy. But we all know what happened next. The story of Adidon.
Yeah, I gotta say this, bro.
Not only outing Drake's past of wearing blackface while discussing.
I gotta say this. Yeah, the minute you go and do things like bring family in the midst of anything, man, it just, that's murky waters, bro. I mean, you don't know what a man, you know, or a woman would do. They would go to the furthest extent to protect, you know, what is precious to them. And I felt like Drake, obviously one who's, you know, enjoy the back and forth. Obviously it creates sales, but I don't think he is cultured enough. I mean, he's Canadian. I don't think he's cultured enough to go to those extremes. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I think he thinks this shit be for play for real with cats. And it don't be like that for real, bro. Like, Like this music, like a lot of people take this shit to heart, man. But this be my thing. Like Drake, he brings the family into the beef, you know, unprovoked, and then he would go and act like the victim. That's what be fucking me up. I'd be like, Drake, come on, man. But I do like the fact that he did, you know, he took this L in stride. With this one right here with Pusha. He took this one in stride. He even said it on the little barbecue. I mean, on the barbershop joint with LeBron and them. He took this one in stride. Damn.
You are hiding a child. Let that boy come home. Deadbeat mother playing border patrol.
Damn. Yeah.
What the?
Then he got Shaq on here. That's a fact.
I found out he had a baby.
Right. I felt the same way, Shaq. That's a fact, fam.
Not only did it sink Drake's plan to unveil his son as part of his campaign, it effectively
Pusha wanted all wreck.
The worst blow would
playing with that man, lady like that, Drake.
Named after Adidon, his son. But we couldn't know about your child until you start selling sweatsuits and sneakers.
Fans were quick to point out how vicious this comeback was all over the internet.
Damn,
and they still
man.
never lived this one down, honestly. Pusha T continued to break down his process and methods of
the concept I thought was fire.
Drizzy out for his broken father-son
the concept I thought was fire. And I gotta say this. I mean, the concept was definitely interesting. I do feel like it would have been effective. And it would have been fire if Drake was able to execute it the way he would have liked for it to be executed. One thing about this world, people feel entitled, and I don't understand why. Like, everybody want to feel entitled. Like, he don't have to say he got a motherfucking kid to name one of y'all. He didn't have to. So I was kind of on Drake's side of the fence when it came to, like, him rolling out the child and all of that, like, to the public. Like some shit you just want to keep private, bro. So for me, I'm like, shit, it is what it is. If he didn't want to tell nobody about his son, that's on him. Like, why we care so much? But, I mean, in the beef, if you know how to spin a narrative, you know, I come from the world of battle rap. One thing about them cats over there, man, if they got a smidge of something on you, and they know how to cook that shit up in battle rap form, and they put that out to the public, and they make it sound away, and it's convincing, and it's believable. Oh, yeah, it's over. It is over. If you ain't got nothing to combat the argument, it's over, bruh. And the stain is on your jacket for forever. Yo, and in our world, they got you know, some allegations on some people that is totally not true, but the people gonna believe it anyway. And it comes up in every single battle that they contracted the battle in. I'm telling you right now. Pusha T understood the assignment. And here we are. Oh, God, man. This is crazy. 40 out. 40.
He talks to her daily, 5-6 hours a day. Ultimately speaks about how he's disgruntled about certain things.
Wow.
With that also came the fact that Drake has a child.
Wow.
With that also came the trip that everybody took to go see the child
and bring him gifts and all of that. See, yeah, Drake thought it was Kanye.
She divulged
and the whole time it was his producer, 40 Oliver.
Hinting towards Kendrick's claims that someone in his camp was working for him. The point is, the story of Adidon was a blow from which Drake couldn't recover. He had no choice but to concede to this L he had taken.
Right.
Tip my hat to the chess move. I mean, it was a genius.
Here's that interview I was just talking about with him and LeBron and all of them. I gotta say this though. Hold up, man.
I grew up in a family where asking for help wasn't something.
Since we on the topic of Kendrick, man, like, so Drake, Drake literally two of the most disrespectful diss tracks in the history of our art form. Drake is the identified target. Like, how? And Meet the Grams, and then the story of Adidon, like, that's Drake. Two of the most disrespectful and personal records, bro. Like, that's crazy. Damaging, bro. Damaging. Career damaging records. Drake is the identified target. You can't make this up, bruh. And then he go on to say Kendrick, he took the whole blueprint and formula and put his own spin on it and was able to be effective in the same type way to get Drake the fuck out of here. This is crazy.
It would be a while before Kendrick would utilize all of this weaponry laid out by Pusha, as it wasn't quite his churn. Despite working together on Nostalgia, the two weren't all that close. However, it was his ties to another Star Trek boy that would fuel Kendrick's desire to take down Drake once and for all. Although he still had no love for Cash Money,
everybody know Pharrell and Kendrick had a little, you know what I mean? They had a little bond, bro. They always respected each other's craft.
Pharrell said he wished none of that would have happened because he would have liked to have seen them all work together. He even dropped a shocker by leaking the respect that Pusha has for Drake behind the curtains.
It still breaks my heart to this day because I would have loved to have heard those guys on a song together or heard a joint project.
I'm not surprised.
I would love to have seen that. By the way, Pusha says Drake got bars. When Drake makes something that's amazing, we talk about it all the time. When something's up, it's amazing.
Known as
I'm not surprised, but I'm going to assume that had to have been before the ghostwriting material and reference tracks went out. Drake can write. Let's be honest. Drake can write. We're not gonna act like he get help with writing his material. I mean, you're gonna get reference tracks like little songs and shit like that, beat hooks and cadences and all of that, and you're gonna put your own spin on it. But we're not gonna act like Drake, he just completely cannot write his own shit. You know what I mean? As artists, MCs gonna respect MCs. But we draw the line when there's, a competitive edge that needs to be, walked upon. We draw the line there. We gonna prove that our sword is sharp. We gonna want to prove that I am better than the competition. We're gonna want to prove those things. But at the same time, in order to be the best, you gotta respect what is there in front of you. If you don't, and you underestimate, that's when, you looked at in the end as the one who lost the battle. If that makes any sense to any one of y'all.
In 2022, it was revealed that Drake had copped some of Pharrell's most iconic chains, even rocking them in music videos in what seemed like a respectful homage. But all of
Drake said he got that shit melted down.
Year when he admitted to destroying the legendary pieces on
See, that's what I'm saying.
I melt down the chains that I bought from your boss. Give a fuck about all of that heritage.
Facts.
Drake even took
that's what I'm
shots at his
saying,
new position,
bro.
as Pharrell has always been quick to give K-Dot his flowers.
Kendrick is one of the greatest writers of our time. And he's a great writer because he knows how to be very disciplined with a subject matter.
That's a fact.
He knows that stickiness is important.
That's another fact.
That it's
gotta feel great. Come on, that's what music has always been about.
Was the last straw, or simply
and that's
one
what
of the many factors.
But see, that's what makes Kendrick one of the GOATs of our time, because the MCs back in the day, it was all about a feel for them. None of this shit fabricated the way a lot of this shit is today. And they doing it just to do it. Like, just cuz I can get a check from, just cuz I know it's gonna get the people going in the clubs, just cuz. Like, whatever happened to putting, pain into your art? Whatever happened to putting, the real live shit into your art? Whatever happened to that? Whatever happened to making a person feel good about getting up in the morning? Feel good about going to go buy the projects, or going to go stream the mixtapes on MySpace and Livewire and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, Kendrick is the epitome of what hip hop is and what it started out to be. That's what makes dudes so goddamn, great at what he does, man.
But he directly references the Pharrell dissing on Euphoria.
I don't like you popping that Pharrell.
Facts. Come on.
Not gonna lie, that one was kind of hard. And he's not only referencing
Yo.
two legends who both had bad
That's what I'm saying, man.
What happened to that boy? Like Pusha and Wayne all those years ago, the same sides continued to send new soldiers into the battle.
Right.
All over a financial wronging. Only
damn, bro, that's tough.
To federal crimes. Above all, this situation just goes on to show that much of what happens in rap can be traced back and connected to the genre's earliest days.
That's
now,
a fact.
we just have to wait and see what comes next.
All right, look, man. Look, I'm gonna end that video right there. So as you can hear, louaista did a hell of a job. This was obviously, you know, the exact reason as to why Kendrick and them boys went at it on behalf of, you know, they crew and who they rock with. Pusha, as in rocking with Pharrell, you know, chose to do his job and his due diligence with seeking out revenge for Pharrell and the Neptunes with that production and their dealings with Cash Money. And then you got Wayne, Cash standing up front line for Cash Money, you know, being the soldier that he is and going at them boys. And here we are with Kendrick, obviously inherited the beef for Pharrell and Pusha, you know, when it came to Drake doing Subliminals at him. You know, he did it for not only himself, but for them too. You know, and then you got Drake, obviously the soldier, who decided to go at Pusha on behalf of Lil Wayne and all of that. Like, it's just, this is crazy. The way louaista broke all of that shit down, it made so much sense. And I'm appreciative of content like this from content creators like my guy himself. This was beautiful. This was art right here. I suggest all of you guys get to the original video that will be in the description box below. And y'all let me know what you think of all of this. Let me know what you think. Drop it down in the commentary section below. It's the one and only Fanatic, but you can call me POLO. Follow me on some of the social medias, the Twitters, the Instagrams. Talk to me on there, please. I talk back. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Share the video, because that's the only way we gonna grow. I think it's about that time, man. I gotta go.
I'ma get it in.